Welcome everyone to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of the Knicks and Nets. So this episode we will be doing a weekend review, mostly a divisional weekend review, conference championship preview. There is some news about the Jets and a possible QB target. Aaron Rodgers, and also another Met got a contract extension, and we'll discuss that too. So now first, let's go with the elephant in the room here, the obvious blowout. Let's just get it out of the way. Eagles versus Giants. Okay. All right. Rodgers over there laughing. His team lost to the team that did get blown. Mind you, the Eagles did blow out the Vikings too earlier in the season. But I'm just saying. But the Eagles are like, I made this, I said this off camera. The Eagles, they're like the Monstars. Then the Giants were the Looney Tune squad without Michael Jordan. That's what it was like. And I feel like the moment this game was over was when Jalen Hurts had that pass to Devontae Smith in the first drive. I was like, oh no. I was like, we're in trouble. Seriously, that had me concerned. It was the first drive, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, here we go. I was like, we may be in for a long one, folks. And then Brian Dable. Now, Brian Dable, he's been good, but I do have some criticisms. I would like to address the whole going for it on 4th and 8. When it was already like I don't understand that move, because then they basically stopped us. They got the ball back and scored again. And then right then and there, it was like, I don't think the Giants are really winning this game. And, it hurts. It hurts in the fact that we got blown out so badly. I'm not really that mad, though, because if we had lost the heartbreaker, I would probably be pissed off even more. At least they just ripped it out real quick. Pause. Like, they ripped our heart out real quick. I was able to be like, you know what? Fine. All right. Whatever. We lost that way. They're loaded on offense. They're loaded on defense. When you look at us, we still have Isaiah Hodgins as our number one receiver. You're not going into the Super Bowl with that type of team. Let's just be real here. And Roderick's over there smirking. Roderick, do you have any thoughts on this game?
No.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
All right. Yeah, because this game was just a demolition by the Eagles. It was bad. It was terrible. And I'm gonna say this: I do not like the city of Philadelphia. I don't. I don't like their sports teams. I don't like their stupid fans. They annoy the hell out of me.
You can't drive.
I'm gonna save some other words, for off camera. But I'm sick of Philly. I'm really sick of Philly. I'm sick of the Phillies. They went to this, but I was rooting for them though, because of the Astros. I don't want to see them win, but they did. Oh well. But Philly fans, I hate them, and especially after this game, there was times where they just wanted to embarrass the Giants, because let's be real here, we don't like each other. We don't like each other, and this hurts, because as a Giant fan, as long as I've been alive, the Eagles have killed us. They've killed us. They beat us in the playoffs the year after we beat the Patriots the first time. That stung, because if we had won that game, we probably would have beat the Cardinals and gone to the Super Bowl, because we would have had that game at home. The Eagles, the whole, Deshaun Jackson thing, I don't even want to talk about him. He killed the Giants for a long time. The Eagles, the last time the Giants won a game in Philadelphia, I don't even remember how long ago that was. It's sad. It's really sad to see, as a Giant fan. This pain just, keeps – I can't even put it into words. But it's really bad. It's really bad. Next year, hopefully, we beat them in Philadelphia once. I would just like to see that. If we don't, it's going to be more pain. But Jaden, if you have any thoughts on this absolute blowout of a game, what are they?
One thought I have about this game is it's never been played. Be real. Going into the game, I knew the Giants were going to lose badly. Seeing all these TikToks, the Giants are going to get carried by Saquon. They're going to win this game. No. I already knew what it was. I watched half the game. When the Eagles scored, I was like, yep, it's game over. 14-0, game over. 21-0, game over. There was no comeback. The Giants were even fighting. At that point, when it got to like 14-0, the Giants were like, okay, we're done. We're done playing. Season's over, this and that. Like, I could understand the Giants gave a little bit of, comeback. They tried to come back or they gave a little bit of a fight, but they didn't do none of that, I feel like. But, I mean, you're versing the Eagles at home. They're the number 1 seed. What do you expect?
And just to go on to the Eagles here real quick, I'm putting all the pressure on them. And for the Giants too, you had nothing to lose. If you lost to a team like that, it's like whatever. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Now the Eagles, you are the number 1 seed. You're number 1 seed. You're good on both sides of the ball. We can talk about the other NFC team here. We can just go on the NFC side of things. So the 49ers. This is going to be an interesting game to see. You are facing a rookie QB, mind you. I just want to bring that up. You are facing a rookie QB in your stadium. I'm just letting you know. So, Eagle fans, I'm looking at you. If you want it, Roderick and I, we got a spot right here for you, right next to us, right next to us. We want you to join us. I don't know if Roderick, do you want Philly?
Yeah. Kill him.
Nobody likes Philly fans. So, like, nobody likes.
Before we talk about Philly, how about the Cowboys? How about
them Cowboys?
We all told
you. Oh my God!
We all told you that they weren't winning this game. We told you, and it was right. We saw the last play of the game. I'm not even going to pull it up. I'm going to say some embarrassment. What are your guys' thoughts on this game?
Roger,
I have some thoughts. Yeah. So, to make about the Vikings for a quick second, everybody likes slashing, giving Kirk Cousins his licks, pause, and everybody likes talking their rightful amount of ish. I'd like to say about Kirk Cousins. Dak Prescott is Kirk Cousins, but just a different race. I mean, they're the same guy. There's no difference. I mean, if I had to be honest, I'm taking Kirk, but Dak Prescott, you're not winning anything with him. Ezekiel Elliott.
How about the Cowboys, Rod?
How about them Cowboys, Rod? What else? Brock Purdy, huh? Just let him just do whatever he wants for most of the game. What else? Who else did something? Nick Bosa just destroyed you, just ate your lunch. Mike McCarthy didn't learn anything. Kellen Moore, he's a genius. That last play of the game, work of art right there. And Dan Quinn, he did a good job for all things considered. I thought the Niners were going to put up more than 19 points. But, how about them Cowboys? That's all you can say.
Jaden, what is your thoughts on this game?
Well, let me start off like this. Cowboy fans, you guys suck. Wow, another year of having a great season. Where'd you end up? Home.
Nowhere.
Where'd you end up? Home. Back home on the couch.
Right next to me. Right next to me.
Man. Well, let's start this off right, shall we? Dak Prescott. That interception, oh my God. That interception set the tone for the 49ers. 49ers went crazy. I mean, the beginning of the game, it was a close game. They got to the second half. 49ers started pulling away. Dak Prescott, gotta get rid of this guy. You gotta get rid of him. He can't stay in the game. He has to go.
They can't. What are they gonna do? Trade him? They're stuck with him.
I don't know. Put him in the USFL. Do something with him. Shit.
But the problem is that they know that there's no other significant upgrades out there that's gonna make a difference.
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson, it doesn't fit. No. He doesn't fit the offense, though. He doesn't fit the offense.
They would
So
need somebody like no offense to Giants fans, but Daniel Jones isn't a bad quarterback now. So I feel like you would. Can I finish what I'm about to say? The reason I'm about to say this, all right? The reason I'm about to say this, Daniel Jones has proved himself. Like, hold on, Daniel Jones has proved himself as not as a bad QB. I mean, him and Dak Prescott are basically on the same level here. You keep comparing you guys.
No, he's better than I take him over Dak. You know, and Roger, mind you beat your team in your stadium. Just
hey, no. Since I haven't had a chance to really. Let me do this right quick. Hold on, let me. Can I apologize right quick, very very quickly?
Okay.
I apologize to Giants fans for my comments a couple weeks ago. Cool.
Okay.
We'll be back though. We'll be back.
Yeah. I think he will be back. You know, the Packers aren't going to be much of a challenge.
The Lions scare me though.
The Lions.
Can you give me a second, because like the way Roderick was talking out of his butt.
Final play, it looks like barring a penalty. Prescott over the middle of the turf, gets smoked.
All right, can we move on to the Giants comments? Because I'm sorry, we're going to talk about this game, but Roderick, the comments. Can you tell the people what you were thinking before you versed the Giants?
I was in the state of mind that this was a team that had underachieved. I thought we were a lot better because if you look at the talent disparity, it was a lot big gap there. I knew the game was over at halftime. I know Russell's mad because he wants to hear me be all mopey and all sad, but I knew the game was over at halftime. If you watched the live stream, you saw me. I was like, yeah, the game's over. And Russell and I was like, no, boo, because they wanted me to overreact, but no. Ed Donatel is gone. You just gotta thank God every day for that. My comments, I'd say him again. I don't care. I don't. It's still Vikings in 3. And yeah.
Well, Roderick, I don't know what to say about that. That wasn't really what you were. Okay.
I don't care. You know what? F it. Forget my apology. Forget it.
All right.
So you're gonna listen to the Chiefs fan? You're gonna listen to the Chiefs fan?
Hey! Why you coming after me, man?
Because you're
gonna move on to the AFC in a minute. We gotta finish this game first. We're gonna move on to the AFC in a minute, and I'm gonna go on my little rant. Hold on.
What at Burrowhead Stadium? Yeah, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. You know what? Hold on. 15. You see that? See that? Go. Greatest of all time, bro. Greatest of all time.
Oh, are you serious?
Greatest of all time. All right. Let's move on to this game.
No. Stop the delusion. Stop the delusion.
All right, let's finish this game. And I go my little rant because you guys want to do friendly fire on me, and we're not doing it.
Well, yeah, because we misery enjoys company.
It's not my fault. You guys' teams are out of the playoffs. It's not my fault. Y'all suck. It's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? You're a better team.
You guys have a little success for the last few years, and then you come out of the woodworks. I'm sure you probably weren't even a Chiefs fan before Patrick Mahomes. You got a Brown.
I've been a Chiefs fan because you had Chris Conley, Jamal Charles, Alex Smith. Like
when you guys weren't going to the Super Bowl, losing to the Patriots.
We're 3-13, something like that. 2012, like bro.
Guess who beat the Patriots in big spots though? Just want to let you know.
You said what?
I said, guess who beat the Patriots in big spots? Unlike the Chiefs, mind you. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing that out here. Patrick Mahomes.
Let me just finish this 49ers game, and then we can get into the season.
Yeah.
This 49ers game was it was a good game for the 49ers. For the 49ers, not for Cowboys. Brock Purdy came out. He did his thing as usual, not surprising. Mr. Relevant doing his thing.
Final play, it looks like barring a penalty. Prescott over the middle of the turret.
Now, that sums up the game for you. This sums up the offensive calls. Like, who thinks this is a great play call? We should run this. Mind you, before that play, they had a flag. Was it a flag or did he not catch it? I can't remember. I know he didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah, wait. Right quick. Dalton Schultz sucks. I'm sorry. Go back.
They had a flag, I think, before he caught the ball.
He just didn't catch it.
No, they had a flag.
No.
There was a flag.
There was a flag, right?
There was.
Yeah, there was a flag before he caught the ball. So they were already backed up. And he caught the ball, but he didn't get his feet in. So then they went to the same. They went back. But, I mean, you're in that position. I mean, your QB doesn't have a big arm, obviously. What do? Well, let's have Zeke snap the ball, throw it to Turpin, and see what happens. Well, guys, let me tell you something. This isn't Madden. This is real life. The defense is just retarded, okay? So, my fault. Stupid. The defense is stupid. But that just sums up the game for you. Like, who thinks, you know what? We're going to put the O-line over here. G's going to snap the ball to Dak. He's going to throw Turpin touchdown. No, it's not happening. It's not Madden.
Quick 80-yard touchdown. Yep. Let's go.
Yep.
How about them Cowboys?
That just sums up the game. You don't have to say nothing else. This Cowboys fans, I feel bad for you guys. It's disappointment every year for you guys. I mean, at this point, you should be used to it. I mean, when's the last time I won a championship? Like 1990 something? Damn, bro.
None of us were born.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't even thought about.
Moving on though.
Wait, the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl was 1996.
Damn. Shit.
I've seen two Super Bowls in my lifetime since then. So like,
oh my God.
Oh yeah, Roderick is unfortunately.
Shut up.
Jaden had seen one.
Anyways,
you've seen none, so it's
just like.
What are you looking at me like that for? I just said you saw one. I'm attacking Roderick right now. That's who I'm attacking right now.
If I played Jimmy Garoppolo in Super Bowl, I think I have a couple rings.
You said one though.
That is true. If Jimmy Garoppolo, if they had a slightly better QB, the 49ers should have won that.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, for crying out loud.
All right. Let's
moving on. Buffalo versus Cincinnati. Buffalo versus Cincinnati.
No.
Forget Kansas City. They suck.
All right.
Who wants to talk about the game first?
Let me get into this.
Know your takes about Stephon Diggs. We want to hear it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my 0-4 friend. Let me take off the glasses for this. My 0-4 friend. What were you, the second seed, right? You barely beat Skylar Thompson at home. You let Skylar Thompson drop 31 on your head at home with DeMar Hamlin just coming back to Buffalo, and then you play Joe Burrow in the snow at home. I forget the stadium's called, but the place was rocking. And what do? You scored 10 points at home. You let Joe Burrow go crazy. And Stephon Diggs, anger on the sideline. Get me the ball, Josh. Ranting on Twitter. I mean, I've never seen that before. And Stephon Diggs, I don't know why he would ever act like that. I thought it was a class act, but yeah, that's besides the point.
Can we talk
going to Josh Allen? You want to go?
Oh, I was gonna let you finish. I mean, you're not done with your little rant. Hold on, let Rodgers cook. Let him cook.
I got a little hot take. Going to Josh Allen, heck of a quarterback, but he's never gonna win anything. I'd even argue he may never make it to a Super Bowl. I think the Bills are stuck and they're stagnant, and they're not top two in the AFC right now. So, excuse me, I don't know what they're gonna do, but as long as they're 0-4 and I have somebody next to me, it's okay.
Well, moving on to me. What I have to say is this game is a game that showed you where the Bills are at. The Bills aren't a championship team. They have not proved to be a championship team. They will not be a championship team. Okay, they don't. This is one fact that I could bring up is they do not have a franchise running back. They do not have a franchise running back. They have Jared Cook, then they have Naheem Hines, they have Devin Singletary. These guys aren't doing anything. They're not franchise running backs. They're not no Dalvin Cook. They're not no Christian McCaffrey. They're not no Isaiah Pacheco. They're not none of them. They're not no Joe Mixon. Yeah, I said Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh my gosh! Shut up, bro. Shut up.
I'm not finished. Hold on. I'm not finished.
You said Isaiah Pacheco out of Rutgers is a franchise running back.
All right.
That's got to be worse than the RJ Barrett take.
You finished my hot take. Can I finish my hot take?
Oh my God.
Isaiah Pacheco. Oh my gosh. You said Isaiah Pacheco and Dalvin Cook in the same sentence. What are we doing right now?
Can I finish my hot take?
Yo, bro, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right. Basically, what I'm saying is that there are running backs in this league that are franchised, and they do not have one franchise running back on that team. They traded for Naheem Hines. He wasn't a guy. You know what I'm saying? So they're looking for a franchise running back. They already have the receiver. They already have Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox. They have those three guys. I mean, come on, like they're just missing the running back. The running game is not there for the Bills.
I'd argue no. I'd argue like seeing Devin Singletary play against the Vikings, he's a pretty good running back. I think that in terms of championship teams, a running back isn't going to make or break a team. I think it's more on Josh Allen. If you look at the Bills roster, they have the elite wide receiver. They have Gabe Davis. They have Dawson Knox. They have a good O-line, good defense, good coaching, good quarterback. I think it's for whatever reason, it's just not all coming together right now. I don't know if that's
you got to think about this though. You got to think about this though. Look how much Josh Allen has to run. Think about that.
He doesn't have to run. I think that's more of his choice.
He has to because he has to open it up for the passing game. If you have a running back, if you have a running back, right? The running game opens up the passing game. That's how it's supposed to work. They don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have the running back that's like, okay, like the Bengals. They have Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's a superstar. All right, we need a plan for Joe Mixon.
Like the Chiefs, they have Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah.
No, you're funny, right? All right.
Yeah, bro.
Anyways, Joe Mixon is like, all right, Joe Mixon is that guy you have to plan for, and you're like, okay, we had to plan for this guy. Travis Etienne, he's a franchise running back for the Jaguars, and y'all can't argue that. You cannot argue that. So, these are the guys that you're like, okay, we have to make sure we have a scheme for them, and we have to have a scheme for the passing game. Mind you, they do still have Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. So like you're like now you have the game plan for those two guys.
But look, right?
If they had
look at the last couple Super Bowl champions.
I was just about
look at the last Super Bowl champions. The Rams had Sony Michel, and the Bucs before that had playoff Lenny. Like,
but
I don't think.
Look, Leonard Fournette is a franchise running back.
Wait, Jaden.
Oh my gosh, no, he did not just say that.
He
did not just say that. No way.
After the way he played this year, he is not a franchise runner.
Okay, not this year. Not this year.
Hold on. I'm gonna play both sides here, real quick. I'm gonna play both sides. Let's see. Jaden, I see your argument. I can see why the Bills' offense is too Josh Allen centric. I do definitely agree with that. I would even argue him losing Brian Dable this year caused him to regress even more. We saw that with the interceptions and stuff, and I think Dable is probably a factor for that because you see how he plays with turnovers. You see it with Daniel Jones that decreased this year. Josh Allen's his went up after losing Dable. So I just wanted to bring that up too. And also the Bills O-line, they haven't really tried too hard to fix it too much. I want to also bring that up. Now, going on to the whole state of running back, the running back position nowadays, Roderick is correct. When you look at the last few Super Bowl champions, they didn't have a superstar like running back, like that top 5 type of guy. And then when you look at the teams in it right now, look at the Eagles. They don't really have they have good running backs, and that's you can argue that's what you need. The 49ers now they're different because their whole offense is kind of centered around that type of stuff. And before this year, they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, and they were still in it against the Rams. And then when you look at the Bengals, Joe Mixon is good. He's really good. But, is he like a top 3 running back? No. And then when you look at the Chiefs, well, they've been doing this for a while. Isaiah Pacheco is not a top 5 running back. I don't know the whole Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know where that came from. He's a solid, good upcoming running back, but I don't know where this whole, when you decided to name Dalvin Cook.
All right, mark my words, and you can clip this. You can clip this.
All right. Well, go ahead.
By Isaiah Pacheco's 4th year in the NFL, he's going to be a top 5 running back, and you can clip it too.
I hope so because he's from
He's going to be a top 5 running back.
That's
Trust
not.
me.
But look, that's not saying look though, because running backs come and go. I'm just saying that right now.
I mean, you look at Eddie Lacy, Jamal Charles, all those different guys. Yes, Eddie Lacy. You can't lie. Before Eddie Lacy got fat,
no. I'm just making fun of him for being fat. That's literally it. I'm not doubting his talent.
Me too.
I mean, he was fat.
Look,
going crazy though.
Look, here's my point. I'm trying to tell you. If you look at a team like the Titans, right, the 1 seed from last year's playoffs, their offense was legitimately feed Derrick Henry. How many playoff games did they win? 0. If you look at the team like these idiots over here trading their whole franchise for Herschel Walker, how many playoff wins did that get them? Nothing. So look, I don't know I don't know why I just did that. That's not logic right there. I don't know why I just did it. Anyways, moving forward. I'm sorry. Let me just lock back in right quick. But a running back does not make, it also does not break a team. So while it would help, no, listen to me. While it would help, it is not the reason the Bills lost by 17 last week.
I'm not saying, okay, but you got to hear me out. If we want to look at, can you pull up the rushing attempts for me, Russell, for the Bills game? If you pull up the rushing attempts, I don't think they ran the ball as much as they should. They passed the ball a lot.
They never had the chance to because they were down for pretty much the majority of the game.
I mean,
they got down like 14.
In the beginning of the game, when the Bengals first came out and scored, they could have ran the ball, fed the ball a little bit to Cook or to Hines, but they didn't do that. They came out passing the ball, and if they like started off slowly and started working themselves up, then they would have scored, but they didn't do that.
Okay, well, I'll leave it at this. I think that running backs should not be paid a lot, and they also should not be the focal point of an offense. And we're looking at teams like the Niners and the Eagles who have a running back room pretty much by committee. I feel like that's the way to go if you are looking to be a championship contending team, because you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to have a lot of talent. So I feel like a running back group by committee is probably the best way to go about that.
Okay, so real quick here, I think that is kind of what Jaden is saying. But like Jaden, what me and Roger are saying, I don't know if you think this too. We're saying like they don't need a because you said superstar running back. I don't think the Bills, or me and Roger, we both don't think the Bills need a superstar running back because you don't really need that, especially for the Bills' offense. I think they need a better like cast of running backs. I would say that.
Yeah, I'm saying like he needs to be well rounded. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to have a running back that's like able to give him superstar ability during the passing game. The running game could get picked up by anybody, but once you have a running back that can do both, that's really going to help you.
Okay, but hear me. Is there a running back in the league right now who, if you put on the Bills last week, that they're going to win that game?
Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a gift.
Tell him Bengals suck.
He said
Chiefs suck.
Yeah, he said the Chiefs suck.
Mahomes is overrated. Chiefs are overrated.
Yeah.
Chiefs suck.
Who's going to win on Sunday? Cincinnati. Who day, right? Yeah. Yeah. All that good stuff. Word. We have a little Joe Burrow shirt right here.
Little Joe Burrow shirt.
Yeah. Little Joe Burrow shirt right there.
Okay, so
anyways, back to Isaiah Pacheco.
Wait, real quick here.
All right, hold on.
Wait.
You said
Wait, I have the running attempts. Okay. So the Bills, they only ran the ball 19 times in the whole game. That's not good. You are correct.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying here?
If they had running backs.
Exactly. If they had a guy that can hand the ball off, it would open up the passing game. This is what I'm saying to you guys. It's not about the talent. It's not about all that. You just need a guy that can open up the passing game. That's why you have the Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, he's not the fastest guy. He's not the biggest guy. But you give him the ball, he's going to pick you up some yards. Then you have a 2nd and 5. You won't have a 2nd and 10.
Okay, but do they have the offensive line for that? Do they have the offensive line for, like Russell said? He said they haven't been really fixing that.
I mean, yes, the Bills. Okay, but look at the Steelers. The Steelers' O-line isn't that good. Now, Jay Harris is still going crazy.
I wouldn't say going crazy, but
I mean, you're still doing good though.
Okay.
He's still doing good.
I think that system is meant more for running off. Like if you look at the Steelers of the last couple of years, they've been trying to run the football with guys like James Conner and Le'Veon Bell. So, but when we look at the Bills, they have Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox and Gabe Davis. They're not trying to run the ball with Josh Allen at quarterback.
But the Steelers had Antonio Brown, then they had Juju. So it's not like their receiving core wasn't bad either. And they also had what's his name? I forgot the tight end, but they had a good tight end for his name. And
Jesse James?
Jesse James, yeah. Jesse James. And that opened up the running game. You had the running game, you had the passing game, and that complemented each other.
Okay, well watch. Perfect example. What did they win? Absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, it helps, but it's not. That's not a automatic key to a championship, even appearance, right?
Okay, but look. If they didn't have Ben Roethlisberger as their quarterback, they would have definitely won something. Let's be real.
Well,
well, here's the thing: they did win something, and
I mean they did win. I'm not saying they didn't win something, but I'm saying like. With those guys, like with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying that they didn't have that kind of QB to like help.
Okay, but he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't know what you're trying to say here.
At that time too, like you can't even really take a lot of QBs over like Ben. At that time, the whole like Le'Veon Bell, there wasn't a lot of QBs unless you're saying if you put Tom Brady on that team, are they going to win something? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, if you're Tom Brady, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger is a horrible QB. I'm just saying if they had a different QB and they had a different system with the QB, then it would be like, okay, they would have won something. You understand?
Okay, well then that goes to coaching. And
yeah,
I feel like if you're building, look at the Giants, a perfect example. The way they started to do this rebuild, if they got the coach, they got the guy, and you saw what it did for them this year. Something worries me about Sean McDermott not being able to outcoach guys like Andy Reid or Zach Taylor or Brandon Staley. But yeah, I mean, they gotta figure something out, and I don't think it's the running game. I think it's the interior offensive line, and maybe it's in Josh Allen's head. I don't really know.
I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like Josh Allen does a lot for that offense. You can't sit here and say he doesn't. Stephon Diggs does a lot too. So I don't know what else they could do. I mean, the O-line, that's one thing. I mean, but the O-line didn't do that bad in that game. They didn't do terrible, but they weren't great. Yeah, but they still held their ground against that Bengals pass rush.
Okay.
All right.
Real quick, I'm going to say I agree with both of you. I think it's a mix of both. They definitely need to improve the interior offensive line. They need to improve that. Like, that is a must. And then I also think they need a better supporting cast of running backs. I'm not saying they have to go out and get a guy like Derrick Henry, but, and make him the focal point of your offense. But, like, when you look at teams like, I'm going to say like the Chiefs because they've been running the ball more nowadays. And when you look at the Eagles too, they have a nice cast. They have a decent cast of running backs, and that's just good enough. That's what the Bills need, because when you look at Singletary is okay, but he's not, I do agree with Jaden in the fact that they do need a running back that can get big yards, because that is a problem. Because, like I said, the Bills' offense is too Josh Allen centric. I think that's very obvious at this point, because there's some times where he has to do too much, and he's people have compared them to home run or strikeout. They go for a big play and hopefully
Yankees.
Yeah, well, the Yankees don't do that anymore, Roderick. But yeah, the Yankees of the whole.
I'm sorry. What?
No. Listen to what I'm about to say here. Let me finish my sentence. Hold on. I'm going to say the Yankees, they still do that kind of, but the Yankees of the Judge when he was striking out even more, the Gary Sanchez era, those type of guys, it was even worse than that. That's what the Bills are like right now. That is what the Bills are like. And so I do think they do need a better supporting cast of running backs, but they don't need a big superstar running back. Would that help? Yeah. But, when you look at all the teams that have won in recent years and stuff, have they had that big superstar running back? No. All right.
No, but they've had that guy that's complimented the
quarterback. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I agree with you. Okay. All
right.
100%.
Okay. So now we can move on to the conference championship games. Let's see.
I'm going first with this one. You ready now?
Okay. So we can do Bengals versus.
Ready now.
All right. Go ahead, Jay.
Let me just get something real quick. Let me just get something for you guys real quick. All right. Let me just say this. Let me start off by saying this. Mahomes is the GOAT, greatest of all time right now.
Get off his meat. Get off his meat.
If you want to bring up the stats.
Get off his meat.
If you want to bring up the stats.
Oh my gosh. Get the stats. Get the stats.
That he's been to the AFC Championship. The only other person that's been doing this is Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady's to go. Tom Brady's to go.
All right. Tom Brady is to go. But Patrick Mahomes came out there. They tried to pull him out of the game. He said no. Went back out there. Took hits. Threw the ball. Come on. Who was doing that? There's not only other QB I can say that was doing that is Matthew Stafford. Taking hits in the pocket, going crazy. Patrick Mahomes came out there, hurt, injured, going crazy. Who's doing that? Come on. Now, another thing is, that game was the closest game. Not gonna lie. That Jaguars defense, I'm gonna compliment the Jaguars defense. Their defense actually held us. Their defense wasn't bad. Their defense wasn't great, but they actually did good enough to hold us not to score a lot of points. You understand what I'm saying? And they actually fought. I was expecting a blowout. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was not expecting the Jaguars to even be close in this game. But I feel like that injury had a big factor on us playing, the Chiefs playing, because Patrick Mahomes, he does carry that offense a lot, and that offense is really shaped around him for all those offensive weapons. Travis Kelce, Kadarius Toney, Dave Pacheco, all those guys. Then you have Henny come in, and he stepped up. Henny did step up, and he did his little thing. So that game was really good. The only bad thing I would take away is that we relied on Patrick Mahomes too much in passing game. I feel like that's the one thing the Chiefs do rely on too much is the passing game.
I thought Isaiah Pacheco was so good. What happened?
Pacheco's good, but I'm saying we need to start figuring out, if Patrick goes down, what's the next option? You understand what I'm saying?
You can't think like that.
30-something years old.
I thought it was Chad Henne's season though. I'm hearing a lot of contradiction right now.
Chad Henne's my guy. I love him, but we have to be realistic here. There's not one old guy in the playoffs right now.
Nick Foles. Nick Foles.
20. Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
I thought you.
Roderick, of course you're gonna say Nick Foles because, but that happened so many times though. So but here, Jaden, real quick, I'm just gonna ask this question: are we hearing built-in excuses if you guys lose this game? The whole
are we? No. We're not losing to the Bengals. This is not Burrowhead.
Clip it.
This is not Burrowhead. You can clip it. You can clip it. This is not Burrowhead. This is Arrowhead, owned by Patrick Mahomes.
Seriously speaking, if he beats you again, he owns your franchise.
You can
I don't care.
I will come back on the podcast with my head held high, not down like Roderick.
My head's not down. It's Vikings in 5. What are you talking about?
Roderick, you literally did for me, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, okay, hold on. I disappeared because I need to make sure the Giants got kicked out first, all right? I'm not. That just wasn't happening. Nah.
You didn't believe in your team.
Exactly.
You disappeared because you had no belief in your team. I have belief in my team.
I had no belief in my team.
You went what? What was the record?
The most delusional Vikings fan.
And I don't know about that. A little bit too much.
All right. Look, it's still Vikings in 5. I don't care. The Giants still suck.
You suck.
Beat Joe Burrow. Beat Joe Burrow. Beat Joe Burrow. Beat Joe Burrow. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
When you make it to the Super Bowl.
All right, see me in 1 year.
Talk to me when you make it to the Super Bowl.
Get a load of it.
I bet you that the Vikings won't make the Super Bowl till 2030 something.
What?
2030. Anyways, back to the Chiefs game. Back to the season. The Chiefs versus the Bengals now. All right, this is gonna be a good game.
And I think Rodgers was about to fight his brother over here.
No, my cat walked in.
Shout out to Bills. Okay.
I'm lying by the way.
Anyways, going to this Bengals Chiefs game, this game should be really exciting. You have two of the greatest offenses coming out. Both defenses are playing very well right now. And both teams are just doing very well. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm gonna be favorite. I'm gonna have favoritism. But I'm not gonna sit here and a lot of you be like, oh well, the Bengals suck. No, the Bengals are a great team. They play great. They have a lot of offensive weapons. They're gonna come out there and compete. We have to do the same thing. The Chiefs have to come out there and compete. They have to play the best game they can play. You know, they are at home. That gives them a little bit of advantage. But the Bengals are they're favored to win this game. They are 3-0 against us. I'm not gonna lie. They are favored to win this game, and we are the underdogs in this game. So
you're not the underdogs. You are not the
underdogs.
You are not the
underdogs in this game. Because a lot of you guys, everybody wants to say, oh, well, the Chiefs are going to lose. The Chiefs are this and this and that.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Because no. So, were the Vikings underdogs when we play the Giants?
No.
Because everybody, their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, and their great grandma, so the Giants were going to win that game.
But the money line still had the Vikings favored. And I'm pretty sure
But that doesn't matter.
Bro,
the Chiefs are favored right now.
The 9-5-1 is Giants? Are you kidding me?
9-5-1.
I mean,
9-5-1.
10 and something. I forgot the record. I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up.
It was the record.
Tap in. Them Braves is too tight, my boy. It's too tight.
10-6-1.
The Chiefs are favored. I'm just letting you know. They are favored.
The Chiefs are not favored in this game.
It's Bengals in 5. It's Bengals in 5, bro.
Gosh, the Bengals, okay.
No.
If we want to agree right now, if you want to agree right now, and we went out to a random person, and we told them the record that Joe Burrow has against Patrick Mahomes, what do you think they're going to say?
Jaden.
Give me a second.
What
Dad.
team are they going to pick?
Hold on. I know what my dad's going to say. I ain't gonna ask him. He knows the Bengals are going to win this game. I know the Bengals are going to win this game.
What I'm saying here. We are not favored to win this game.
No. Here's the thing. On paper, you guys should win this game. But given the momentum Cincinnati has right now, about the whole refund them tickets, all that stuff, the Bengals are playing with the fire the Chiefs don't have. You played one game in the last 2 weeks, all right? The Bengals have played 2 games in the last 2 weeks. The Bengals are on a roll. The Bengals have beat you before. The Bengals think that you guys are. No. I'm going off right now. The Bengals think that you guys.
Real quick.
I thought I could speak.
And the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Right?
You faced Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo was playing great that year, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Get his stats. Get his stats. Oh, okay, buddy. Ryan Tannehill was a 1 seed last year. What's your point?
All right. Let me say this real quick. I
mean, we had 2 picks in the Super Bowl, by the way.
Yeah.
But think about this. I want you guys to think about this. Were the Chiefs favored to win that game? No. Nobody.
Yes.
No, they were not.
Oh my gosh, you were.
They were. I can pull up
Patrick Mahomes. Yo, what are we talking about right now?
Let me see if I can pull up messages from 2020 and remember how people were telling me that we were going to lose Super Bowl. I will pull up messages right now.
Jaden, listen. There's a difference between being favored and like the public's opinion. That's what we're saying here.
Word.
Yeah, public opinion.
Jaden. Okay, that's fine. But you're saying you're favored to, the Bengals are favored. They're not. I'm letting you know that the Chiefs are still favored to win this game. The line, I can pull it up here real quick. The Chiefs are, a -1 favorite against the Bengals. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are still favored to win this game. Now,
but look, if you look on the NFL channel, If you look on the NFL channel, not the NFL channel.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because I could put up screenshots right now of that NFL channel.
NFL analysis is they're picking the Bengals.
Oh my gosh! I just said the example with the Vikings and the Giants. The same thing happened with the Vikings and the Giants. Oh, we're irrelevant. Okay. Then this conversation can't happen. The conversation can't happen if we're irrelevant. Because if you want to look at blatant facts and it's deny them for whatever reason, we can't have this conversation. It's simply put, everybody and their mom and their dad picked the Giants to win. Everybody on any media sites you want to look at, everybody had the Giants to win. Apparently we weren't favored then. Apparently, according to you. According to your logic, we weren't favored.
Russell,
am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Exactly. I'm not wrong. I'm sorry.
No,
Jaden, your point is invalid. Your point is invalid.
You're telling me that the Vikings were not favored at all. Like nobody said the Vikings were going to win.
I didn't say nobody, but in regards to the money line, the Vikings were favored to win. Yeah, but in terms of the public opinion, everybody picked the Giants to win.
That's
Russell backed me up on that.
Yes.
What do you mean it's not true? How are you going to tell me?
Jaden, listen, real quick before both of you guys can go on in a second. Hold on, just cool. So this is what I'm going to say here, Jaden. Again, we're not saying, a public opinion is like wrong or right. We're not saying that because the public opinion is that the Bengals are going to win. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not.
Exactly.
But you said they're favored to win the game. They are not. We are trying to tell you that you guys are still favored because when you look at favoring and the money lines and everything, sports betting, you guys are still favored to win the game.
Okay, sports betting. Okay, we can do sports betting, but I'm saying in
general. Can you let him finish? Can you let him finish?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. My fault.
So just real quick. So anyways, real quick, the Bengals, yes, in public opinion, in their eyes, a lot of people, now I'm not going to say everyone, there's been a lot of people that have picked the Bengals, yes. But when you look at the odds, because you were saying favored, I'm just trying to correct you in your statement. Like if you had started off in saying the public opinion, because this is what Roderick did. He didn't say the odds, the odds or blah, blah, blah. The Giants are favored to win this game. No, Roderick didn't say that because the Vikings still were the favorite to win the game. But in the eyes of the public opinion, a lot of people pick the Giants. And that is what is happening right now. So I'm trying to just correct you in the statement of you're saying that the Chiefs aren't favored to win the game when they are. So I'm just trying to help you out. And that, yes, you can say that, but you just have to, I'm just correcting you and saying that it's in the eyes of the public, that in their opinion, that's
exactly
the general.
Trust me. I know exactly how you feel right now. So,
all right, now go on.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying because you kept saying the Bengals are favored to win the game, and that's why I just wanted to tell you that technically you're wrong, and I just want to help you out.
But you can't lie to me. A lot of people have picked the Bengals though.
Yes, I'm not denying that. No, I'm not.
We're agreeing with you on that, but we're trying to tell you.
We're trying to.
If you're putting money on this game, the Bengals are not the favorite. The Chiefs are. So
I wasn't talking about money though. I wasn't talking about money. I was just saying.
But that's what you said. You said the Bengals are favored to win. Yeah, if you say that sentence to a random person, they're gonna think the Bengals are -3 or whatever. You have to understand what you're saying and how you're saying it.
We're just trying to help you out. We know what you mean, but we're just trying to help you out. We're just trying to correct you real quick because it's okay. We understand what you mean, but we're just trying to tell you there's a difference between favoring and the general consensus between people. That's what we're just.
I didn't understand that part, and I can agree with you guys. You feel me? I can understand that I was wrong.
Now you can go on. Now you can go.
Yeah, we can go on with it.
Yeah, Burrowhead Stadium.
So basically, with this game is gonna be a hard fall game. It's not gonna be a lot of score points. This game's gonna be really close.
What?
Think about this. All right, hear me out.
Bro.
Hear me out.
Roger, just hear him out.
Hear me out. The Bills defense. The Bills defense isn't even the best defense in the AFC. We all know this. And the Bills defense, and they held them close. It wasn't the game. I mean, it was 14-0 at one point. Yes, but that game wasn't okay, damn, they're blowing them out. Crazy. It wasn't like that. So the game could come down to like a field goal or something like that. Last year, the same thing happened. It came down to a field goal. Patrick Mahomes tried to throw Tyreek Hill last year of the game. That didn't work. Game over. Okay? So this could be the same thing happening in the same game. Now, Roger, do you have something to say?
I don't know how this game ends up being low scoring. These are two teams that don't exactly pride themselves, or the Chiefs, for one, don't exactly pride themselves on defense. So the Bengals' defense is going to come up, is going to show out. They're going to do enough to stop Patrick Mahomes from scoring more than, I don't know, 24 points. Bengals 27, Chiefs 20, and the Bengals win again. I mean,
but the Chiefs, you can't sit here and tell me that the Chiefs' pass rush hasn't been nice these past couple of weeks.
I don't care. I genuinely do not care about your pass rush.
The pass rush.
I'm telling you this right now. Your pass rush, you have, let me tell you, you have one guy, buddy. You got one.
Gosh.
You got one guy, buddy. Okay? Look, you can talk about Chris Jones. You can talk about George Karlaftis. You can talk about Frank Clark. I don't care about those guys. The Bengals' offensive line is vastly improved from last year. They know what they've been here before. They have the experience. And I don't see an area, maybe besides quarterback, because you've meant up in the air, where the Chiefs are, or tight end, but where the Chiefs are like definitely favored in this. Like the Bengals have better wide receivers. The quarterback level of playing field is pretty much even. The offensive line is probably tied. Tight ends, okay, you have Kelsey, but the defense, the Bengals have a very underrated defense. Jesse Bates, Eli Apple, I mean, this Bengals team is complete from top to bottom.
Defense too. Trent McDuffie.
They're not scared of them. These are rookies, Jaden. They just got here. I understand how you feel about your team. They have a lot of potential. As of right now, these players are not. Who's guarding Jamar Chase? No. Who's guarding Jamar Chase? Who's guarding Tyler Boyd? Who's guarding Jalen Hurts? Who's guarding T. Higgins? And after all that, you still have to worry about Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. Like that defense is not capable. And as we've seen before, they're not capable of stopping that offense. It's just not happening. It's not like they have this great coach either. They have Zach Taylor. That guy's a bum. But I mean, look what they've done with that team.
Real quick here. I have some stats. And this definitely supports Roderick's argument of the pass. Real quick here. The Chiefs' pass defense is not good. I'm sorry, but it really is not. And then going up against these wide receivers, it's gonna be tough. Now you want to say McDuffie? Okay, yeah, sure, all right. But the Chiefs, so they have allowed 12 passing touchdowns on passes that travel 10 or more yards through the air this season. And that is while Kansas City has been in man coverage. So I don't think Kansas City, if you're going to go man coverage against these wide receivers, which you're probably going to have to do at some points in this game, I don't favor any of your cornerbacks, to be honest. I really don't. I don't see how that's going to be a favorable matchup. Now, me personally, I think the way you guys got to stop them, it's going to be your offense, and you guys, your defense. You can't really trust your defense this game. I'm just going to tell you that right now. The Chiefs cannot trust your defense to win this game for him because that's just not what's going to happen. It's going to come down.
It's going to have to be a shootout.
Yeah,
it's going to have to be a shootout.
It's going to be a shootout, and it's going to come down to Mahomes' health, which I also want to bring up because, he can say all he wants about how he feels better, but that is completely different than, having guys basically come up at you, and they're in your face in pads and they're tackling, we don't know how he's going to move. And so that can limit him. So, I just wanted to bring that up real quick. And Mahomes, he's going to have to get in rhythm early. You can't fall, quickly to this Bengals team that also, when Roderick said it, last year they beat the Chiefs. And that team last year is not better than this Bengals team. It's not. This Bengals team is upgraded. Their defense is way better. Their offensive line is also improved. So, it's going to be very tough for the Chiefs, who also, mind you, lost Tyreek Hill. I just want to bring that up. And they don't have that, Pacheco is nice. So maybe that'll help the running game out a little more as compared to last year. But it's going to be tough. And then also for the Bengals, I would say, they're going to probably, of course, have to stop Kelsey because Kelsey's an animal. You're always going to have to keep your eyes on him. But then if the Bengals somehow are able to limit Kelsey, which I don't know if anyone's going to be able to do that, but let's say they do, the Chiefs, you're going to have to start, throwing to some other receivers. And that's why I'm saying the Chiefs defense is not going to win this game. It's not. It's going to be a shootout. So we'll see what happens. Jaden, give me your score prediction for this game.
Okay, if the Chiefs defense can somehow just keep it close, I'm not saying, they like, okay, 10-10 or something like that. I'm saying, like, keep it close into, like, 17-24, down by one score. Nothing crazy. I'm giving it 31-24 Chiefs. 31-24. I'm giving a fourth quarter comeback. It'll be like 24-17.
With what defense, bro?
Bro, okay. All they need is one stop.
No. I'm sorry to tell you, but from an outside perspective, you're not winning this game. Be delusional. Be like me. Have hope. When your heart gets crushed, don't tell me. Don't say I didn't tell you so.
All right.
Go ahead.
We'll wait.
Be gone, child. Go into the wind. Go out into the world and just get crushed.
Allowed to save Mahomes. And
yeah.
The injury. Do we want to talk about the injury report, guys, or you guys not going to talk about that? The injury report.
Are there any injuries? I don't think there are any major injuries.
Besides
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes, really. You guys want to talk about that, or you're done with that?
It's fine, because at this point, I think it's pretty obvious, like, what the major, like, factor of, the whole entire injury system is. I think it's pretty obvious. It's just the Mahomes and how is he going to play? Because, like I said, he can say all he wants about, I feel better, but we don't know that. We don't. We haven't actually play. Roger, go ahead.
Also, just something I've been reading into a little bit, because we want to talk about injuries. McCaffrey has not practiced at all this week. He says he's going to play, so it may not mean anything in the end, but he's probably not going to be 100%. So if that means anything,
Yeah, that's for that game.
And we'll shift gears there in a second. But so I'm just going to give my score prediction. I think this will be a shootout. I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to go Chiefs 28, Bengals 31. I think the Bengals win this game by a field goal. I'm not saying the Bengals are going to blow. I just think the Bengals are a better team. And now would I be surprised if the Chiefs actually won this time? No, I really.
I think I would. I think
would
this game either ends through either a Bengals blowout, a Bengals close one, or the Chiefs get by the skin of their gluteus maximus.
That's what I mean. Like
that's really it.
Yeah, like if the Chiefs do win this game, it's not gonna be by like a lot.
Yeah, after seeing what the Bengals did to Buffalo, and if they can shut down Buffalo with all those weapons, how are they not going to shut down an injured Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. And another thing is that Kadarius Toney is one. Like, I feel like Kadarius Toney and Juju Smith aren't. They're not the best receivers. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm gonna be realistic. They're not the best receivers.
Corvette.
I mean, we are getting McCole Hardman back. We still have Sky Moore, those guys, but it's not gonna get you by. So I feel like this game is gonna be more of a running game. To be honest with you, I mean, you got Eli.
Nah. Mahomes is gonna have to take Kansas City, put it on his back. That's the only way.
No, I'm not saying I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm saying, in case of anything, they're still going to have to use that running game a lot. They're going to have to utilize that running game a lot because there's not that big. You don't have look, as Russell said, we don't have Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's gone. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to have to start utilizing that running game.
That's a good point because when you run the ball effectively, that can control the clock. And the more time you keep your defense fresh and limit Joe Burrow from staying on the field is just time that the Chiefs are winning the game. So
exactly what I'm saying here.
Yeah, and also I just want to bring up like Cincinnati because they usually drop like 7 or 8 defenders in the coverage too. That's why I think the Chiefs are probably going to run the ball like a little more this game. I would not be surprised if and just to keep that Bengals offense off the field. So,
but that D line is so scary, bro. That D line with was that Hubbard and Hendrickson, and it's just they're a complete team. They're a Super Bowl team, but they're not going to win it in the end. I think we'll make a Super Bowl predictions video or whatever video.
Yeah, after the championship games, we'll make
after the championship games. But don't want to get too deep into that. But that team, just top to bottom, is complete. I think the one thing they're missing though is a coach, a true Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Brian Dable, whatever, Nick Sirianni, coach.
You don't think Zach Taylor's that guy?
No. I think the
Okay.
Bengals are winning these games in spite of him instead of because
Wow.
of him.
Wow.
Because
I mean,
I look at
if
I
you
look
think
at
about it,
him.
you gotta look. When they hired this guy, this team was horrible. He rebuilt this whole franchise. I mean, you
It's
could bring this
not.
up.
It has. I'm telling you, it has so little to do with him. It really does. Like this team has three number one wide receivers, a good defense, and a franchise quarterback. Is there any coach besides Brandon Staley who is not messing that up? I don't believe so. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna
All
stay
right.
away from that. Maybe pivot to a little bit of Mets news right here.
All right. On to the next game, guys. Or want to say something, Russell?
Roderick, since he wants to bring this up so badly, and we can spend like one or 2 minutes on it because it's not that
Don't
big
make
of
me
a
sound like I'm begging.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not that big of a deal, but we can talk about it.
Please, Russell, let me talk about Jeff McNeil.
Okay, before we go into the 49ers and Eagles, yes, Jeff McNeil has re-signed with the Mets. For Roderick, do you have the numbers on the contract?
Yes, 4 years, $50 million, $50 million with a fifth-year option. That would be worth about 13 million, 12.5 million annually. It's a great pickup, great steal, great move by the front office, and I love Jeff McNeil. Yeah, let's go.
Jaden, do you have any thoughts on this move before we pivot to the?
It was a great move. I didn't want to bring this up. To be honest with you, I was just want to talk football. But that was a great move, re-signing him.
Kill
You
yourself.
know, great job.
Whoa, calm down, man. Calm down. Let's keep.
I was talking to the person in the background behind you guys. I was breaking the fourth wall. My bad.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Now, anyways, going over to the NFC side of things, the city I hate the most, not the city of brotherly love, the city I hate the most, 49ers at Philadelphia. All right, who wants to go first here? Who has their thoughts on this game? This is interesting.
I feel like
I'm probably
one
gonna
thing
rant. So.
we should talk about that Christian McCaffrey injury that Rodgers did bring up earlier. I feel like that's gonna be a big factor in that game because Christian McCaffrey has did a lot. They have like after that trade, they have won a lot of games. If you don't put the Chiefs game into it, they've have like what's the streak now? Like 11-0, something like that, crazy. So that should be a big factor in that game. Another thing is that this Eagles defense isn't that bad. This Eagles defense is great, really. This Eagles defense is amazing. I mean, we could talk about the 49ers defense all day. They're first in everything. But this Eagles defense is amazing. You see what they did last game. You see what they've been doing this whole season. They have a great defense, well-rounded
It
defense.
doesn't take much to stop Daniel Jones, might I say. And I know I probably shouldn't be saying that, but if you have somebody who has if somebody has a brain in their head and has thumbs that work, I think you'd be able to stop Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. Pause. Roderick, real quick. I wouldn't say it's Daniel Jones. I would say the whole entire Giants offense. It's not that hard to do.
Yeah, they're not good. It's just Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the lack
of Saquon Barkley.
Well, like with the lack of receivers, and Jones has had like good games, but if you put a spy on him, that takes that away. And then if you have a good run defense,
don't get me started.
All right, let's stop.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You started getting this rant. But then back to the Eagles game, this game should be really exciting. You have two great offenses. Brock Purdy, he's doing amazing as usual. Been saying this for weeks now. He's just spectacular. So this would be a great game to see. One thing about the Eagles is that they have AJ Brown, they have their three Batmans, they have their running backs, they have that own line, they have Jalen Hurts, they have that defense. I feel like they're a complete team too. So this game is going to be really close in points. This game's not going to be like, oh damn, they're taking away the game and they're running away with it or something like that. But it's not going to be like that. This game's going to be like really, really close. It's going to be a field goal, or maybe even a touchdown and then a field goal the rest of the game. So it should be really exciting to see this game. That's really all I got to say. What about you, Rod?
Philly. I don't really like either of these teams, if I'm being honest. If I had to pick somebody to win, it would be San Francisco. But looking at both of these teams, I think that I give the slight edge in talent to the Eagles, but I think that the Niners will win this game, and I'll tell you why. I believe that the Niners are a team that doesn't really need a lot of what's the word? I think they can win a game, but not be playing at their best. And we saw that last week against the Cowboys. Like the Niners are a team that could drop 40 on the team and hold them to under 10 points. But
Mhm.
I think that they're gonna go into Philly. Brock Purdy's gonna do just enough to get the W, and I think that the Eagles will end up falling short. I'm gonna go with the score of 24-17. I almost said 21, but I'm gonna go 17. And I think that the Niners get it done in the end because they have a lot of talent. I mean, if you look at that roster: Fred Warner, George Kittle, Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. The list goes on. So
Yeah.
I hope the Niners win. And sorry, Miss Condon, but the Eagles have to go.
The one thing I will say though, this 49ers defense reminds me of 2012 defense. I was watching the 49ers defense this past. It was either today or yesterday. I was watching their highlights 2012. Patrick Willis, forgot the other guy's name, but Patrick Willis was a demon, right? You compare Patrick Willis and Fred Warner. They both play the same. They're both all over the field. They hit you out of nowhere. They come out of nowhere. Then you have Dre Greenlaw backing him up as his Robin. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then Patrick Willis had his own Robin. So I will say this team reminds me a lot of 2012 49ers. They're a complete team. They have everything around them. But once they get to the Super Bowl, that's gonna be a different thing. But they will win this game. Some way they will find a way to win this game, no matter what. They have Debo Samuel, they have Brandon Ayuk, they have Jawan Jennings, then they have George Kittle. They have all these different guys. So it's not like they're limited to win games. I mean, Eagles too. They both. I mean, both of these offenses are just ridiculous. If you want to just say it, like both of these offenses are crazy. There's not one team in the NFL right now that has a better offense than both of these teams. Like you put these teams together on one team, that team would be crazy. But basically, like this game is going to be really interesting to see because you have both quarterbacks. Another thing is too. I did watch Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy in college. Jalen Hurts came out, was kicking Brock Purdy's butt. Brock Purdy came back, didn't get the game-winning score, but he did come back and fought for that win. It will be different this time because they both have good defenses, but I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how these teams, match up. Because you have two quarterbacks that have played each other in college. They know each other a little bit. So it should be really interesting to see that too.
Yeah, and just looking at the 49ers here, the main concern I would have on the defensive side is probably the secondary. That's going to be key in this game because when you look at those Philly receivers, it's going to be interesting to see because, obviously we know the 49ers pass rush is not an issue. We know that. Their linebackers are good, Fred Warner. But it's their secondary that is probably the weaker spot on that defense. Now, how Philly is going to attack that, we'll see. But that's just the question I have, for the 49ers, are they going to be able to force these Philly receivers to not beat them? Because that's the main problem I have here. Because when you look at those receivers, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, I don't know if the 49ers have faced a duo like this. I really don't. And, they tend to give up, I saw this in the Cowboy game too. Against sometimes, through the air, they can, give up some pretty, pretty dumb. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's dumb, but it's just
Interesting plays and stuff like that.
Very sus. It's very sus. I don't trust their secondary as much as the rest of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main concern I have. But I'm going to go with the hot take here and say whoever wins this game probably win the Super Bowl as much as it pains me to say.
I don't think that's very hot.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm real. I'm a Chiefs fan, but the NFC they're packed. Like they just have too many good teams. You can talk about the Vikings, and then you can talk about Eagles, 49ers. Like, they have a lot of good teams. I mean, Do not put the Giants. We can't put the Giants in there yet. No offense, Russell.
No, wait.
I don't think he's lied yet. Personally speaking, no bias.
This is what I'm gonna say. I don't think the NFC has a lot of like good teams because when we were going into the discussion most of this year, we were saying the AFC, they have the better quarterbacks, better blah blah blah, and everybody was picking this game to be the conference championship game. So, but Roderick, I don't know if you can say the Vikings are like that good. I still think.
Look, if we had a defensive coordinator who had one of these,
a
couple of these.
All right, guys. All right, guys. This is where I draw the line.
Let me get back.
All right.
Let me get back to the game.
Okay.
Now, but anyways, I do think, like I said, like the Bengals, I would give the Bengals the edge against one of these teams. I think they would fare better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs, yes, I think they would, and I'll give you the reason why. The Chiefs facing this 49ers defense. This is not the 49ers defense that you played against with Jimmy G. I'm telling you that right now.
That is different.
And also, in the offense, too, is different. You weren't facing Christian McCaffrey. You were not facing,
They did play Christian McCaffrey a little bit when they versus Chiefs, but they're not playing him as much as they play him now. I'm saying like in the Super Bowl. I'm not. Super Bowl, no.
Yeah, regular season, I'm not taking too much stock into that at this point. Like at this point, when you look at the Chiefs' defense, which is like I said, they're going against these two offenses would worry me if the Chiefs do get by the Bengals by if they do get by going against the Eagles, I'm gonna have to root for the Chiefs. That's gonna be unfortunate, but and if they go against the 49ers too. I don't know. You're going to have to basically rely on Brock Purdy waking up one day and falling back to earth, which could that happen? I don't know. Will it happen this game?
Trey Lance, future Minnesota Viking.
That didn't happen in my match.
Speaking of this 49ers team, that's another topic we need to talk about. Who are they going to put at QB next year? We're going to make a video about this. Because
are we?
Jimmy's going to be a free agent. Trey Lance, I don't know what you're going to do with him.
You trade him to Minnesota.
Trade Trey Lance. I trade him.
Okay.
Because and Brock Purdy, all the guys love Brock. I don't see how at this point they've gone this far with him. I don't see how you can replace Brock Purdy at this point. And
especially if they win a chip.
No.
Yeah,
it's
a foregone conclusion.
Even if they go to the I don't see Trey Lance.
They might already be there, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And Trey Lance, he never looked like this in the offense. Like Kyle Shanahan, say what you want, but he never was like this impressive. Like, granted, we only saw him in a few games, but I feel like at this point, like Trey Lance is like, he still has some value. So at this point, if you're going to decide to go with Brock Purdy, I trade Trey Lance. Get whatever you can. Well, I wouldn't say whatever you can, but you should be able to get a decent pick for him. Roderick wants him in Minnesota.
Third round pick. Shut up!
I feel like
they're getting Aaron Rodgers
because
he wants to come to Minnesota. He played in NDSU. He's coming back home.
Shut up! All right, you have Kirk Cousins. Anyways, me finish.
That's so bad, buddy.
All right.
Your best receiver is Juice Smith-Schuster class. They have a check on franchise running back. Get the hell out of here.
You're lucky we're recording right now. You're lucky.
I see you on Monday. I'll see you on Monday
too.
Why?
You're recording right now.
Why?
All right. So basically, I think he'll get traded to the Jets. The Jets, Jack Wilson. You gotta go. He's got to get out of here. we can talk about Aaron Rodgers, but let's be real. The Jets don't want Aaron Rodgers. This isn't Tampa, bro.
Wait. Did you just say the Jets don't want Aaron Rodgers?
No. They want them, but they don't need to get him because this isn't Tampa. Think about this. Look at Tom Brady. Look at how many years has Tom Brady been playing for Tampa? 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. They need a quarterback for at least the next 5 years, next probably 6 years. They have Elijah Moore. They have Wilson. Then they have the tight ends. Ty Cogden's okay. I don't really know what to say about their tight ends. Their tight ends, is suspicious. It's very sus. Their own line isn't bad at all. They just had injuries. Their defense is amazing. So if you really want to say anything, this Jets team need a franchise QB that's going to be here for years to come. They need somebody that's like Eli Manning, somebody Phillip Rivers, somebody like one of those guys, Drew Brees.
Oh my
I'm not saying like the play style. I'm talking about how many years they're playing for that team.
No.
Yeah, buddy.
I know, but like,
yeah, buddy.
Here's the thing with the Jets. They don't exactly have a track record for
Yeah, I know, and this could be a change for them. The Jets could change that. But getting back to the 49ers and Eagles game, we do this a lot because we get off topic. But getting back to the 49ers and Eagles game, this game is going to be very close. Brock Purdy's going to, after this game, no matter if they lose or win, they're going to have to figure out what to do with Brock Purdy. That's the first thing.
Extend him.
They're going to have to keep him. They're going to have to. There's no way you get rid of a guy like that.
Why would they get rid of him? They're not going to get rid of him. I mean, he's on a rookie deal, so like.
I mean, yeah, but still, I'm saying like if a team offered to trade for him, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, no, nobody's like they're not giving unless you give them 2 first-round picks, then yeah, probably. But then back into it, yeah, I feel like this game will come down to 20-24. 20-24. That's the final score for me. The reason I'm saying this is that I feel like the Eagles are going to score. It's going to be 17-14. Then they're going to tie the game. Then, the 49ers are going to find a way to score. Then it's going to be like, okay, we're going to take the field goal. Then the Eagles get the ball back. They don't have enough time to score. So that's what I really think about what's going to happen with this game.
Roderick, what's your score prediction for this game?
I believe I already gave it. It was 24.
Yeah, he said 24-17, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go. Jaden, okay, you kind of stole what I was going to say. But I'm going to go Eagles 20. Just Eagles 20. 49ers 23. I think they win by a field goal. I'm going to go ahead and say. I think the 49ers win by a field goal. I think that's realistic enough. If the 49ers are going to win this game, it's going to be close. I don't see a blowout on either side. It's not going to be like a high score. I can see it even being lower than that. I can see 20-17. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Probably even 17-14,
That wouldn't surprise me.
It's both of these teams are offensive demons. Like, they just have demons on both sides of the ball. A.J. Brown, you don't have to say nothing. His track record speaks for itself. We can go back to college. This guy's a demon. They have, Adams. This guy's a demon. Like, I mean, not Adam Smith. Both of these guys are demons. So I don't know what you could do that could really slow down the Eagles D. I mean, not Eagles D, the Eagles O. And then the Eagles D, they need to somehow figure out how to stop that 49ers O. That 49ers offense, they have a lot of weapons on that team. Deebo Samuel, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings. Then you have Brandon Ayuk, those guys. So both of these guys, a lot of these guys are going to be like, hard to stop. They're all superstars in their own way. Jawan Jennings, he's not like a big guy that you're like, oh, like same with Quez Watkins. They're both like, they're not the best receivers, but both of those guys are going to show out when they need to show out. So that should be really interesting to see what's going to happen, including with both of these corners. You have Charvarius Ward and you have Darius Slay. So those 2 corners on both separate teams should be really interesting to see. I mean, even though the Eagles do have James Bradbury, that it should really be interesting to see what both of these teams do with their game plan.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're all in agreement here that we want the 49ers to win this game, and I think the 49ers will win this game. But it wouldn't surprise us if the Eagles win this game too, because
whenever the Eagles win, just bad things happen. Yeah, funny thing, right quick, before we start to close out here. The Philadelphia the police department is greasing the light poles in the city, just so people don't start climbing on them like they did when they won the Super Bowl. So that just goes to show how good the city of Philadelphia is. So,
I don't
Brotherly love, right?
Can we delete them? Like, can we just get rid of Philadelphia entirely? It's like an extension of New Jersey, and I don't like it. Like, South Jersey just, yeah.
Well, I don't know, Rod. I think we have to keep them around for a little bit longer, unless they go underwater.
Why? What are they good for? Philly cheesesteaks. Let's shut up. All the fan bases are cancer. Over here making Alex Bohm say he hates the city. The Flyers have a guy who's openly not wearing Flyer jerseys for private. It's just that city is.
It's a very interesting city.
It's disgusting.
Brotherly love.
Yeah. I don't swing that way.
Russell, are you ready to end this out?
Yeah, I'm ready to close this video. If you all can do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we come here and the Super Bowl is the 49ers.
Kansas City.
Playing against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Kansas City versus the 49ers, baby. KC versus SF.
You know what? I don't really care. As long as Philly loses, I can really care less. The Giants aren't in it. The Vikings aren't in it, so we don't, but we want but we want you here, right?
So why you guys not rooting for me?
Because we want you. Misery loves company. So we want you to join us right on the couch. We have a warm seat for you right here.
Right here, buddy. Right here.
We're waiting for you. And you'll be joining us on Sunday. Now, see you, everybody.